In the Public Theater's latest production, a mixture of conservative and liberal and all kinds of things going on.
Human Error kicks off on Friday in Lewiston. We're joined by two of the actors, Terrell Wheeler and Joe Gately. You guys are playing our fathers in this play, and we should give a quick synopsis of what this is about.
Well, I'm a father-to-be. I'm not a father yet. He's a father.
I'm a father. I have children. My wife and I wanted one more, so we went to a fertility doctor. Their couple did as well.
Yes.
But due to human error, the embryo that they had made is implanted in my wife.
And you are the liberal couple. You guys are the conservative couple.
Yeah.
So two very different families in this fertility clinic. Hilarity ensues.
Hilarity, well, how could it not?
Upon the doctor's request or advice, the liberal couple goes to meet the conservative couple to talk about the next steps.
And to see my guns. And my truck.
And you guys decide as two couples to go ahead with this and decide to perhaps raise the baby altogether?
Well, we decide, our couple decides that we're going to have the baby and then we will give it to them.
Yeah. That's what the plan is.
That's what the plan is.
Okay, and we're going to just guess maybe that's not how it turns out, but you
well,
don't
no,
have to tell us.
there's an ending, but it's why we make that decision, and perhaps maybe our faith is forcing us to make that decision. It's not a choice where they might be more pro-choice. We are more. This is our right to life, maybe. So that's integral to the plot.
Okay.
The motivation for why we're doing this.
This is a very timely scenario in the sense that, you know, politically the world is kind of divisive right now. At least America is. What are your characters learning through this process?
Learning they have more in common and can relate to each other more than what their biases said that they would, and learning to enjoy each other, you know, which is when you have, you know, ideals that may be so separate, sometimes you can say, oh, cast them off like we won't have anything in common with them, we won't get along with them.
Right. We would never be your friends.
Right.
But you know what? Now that I get to know you, we have a good time. It turns out he's my favorite socialist libtard.
we have all had those.
Think about that one for a minute.
It's a compliment.
We've all had those, you know, those difficult conversations on Facebook where you see somebody posting something and there's always that argument. Joe, what have you learned from this play about, you know, being friends with somebody who has a different view?
Well, my character says it's a little exhausting, but my character makes the effort, and that's part of what the thing is about. It's the tribes meeting and make the effort, because really we're all the same. We have some different ideas, but there's a lot that brings us together. In this case, it's an actual child, and that causes us to really open our eyes, and it's the child at the climax where things get heated. It's the child that brings us back together, because it's the birth of a child. It's the continuation.
So this play, first of all, it's the East Coast debut, is that correct?
Yes.
Yes. And this play takes on, obviously, some pretty heavy social commentary, but apparently with a great deal of comedy.
Yes.
How does that work? How does the comedy, you know, smooth things out a little bit?
Oh, well, I guess it takes situations that could be a little nerve-wracking in real life and adds a little bit of lightness to it, just by how each couple is coming into the situation trying to be, well, maybe not each couple, but maybe one half of one couple and another couple is going into the situation trying to be as open-minded and malleable as possible, because it's a tough situation. So everybody's going in with the best intentions for the most part, and so that leads to, you know, different communication styles clashing, but still trying to form a bridge. And I think that's how it smooths out some of the.
And it's also it's grounded, but we're kind of caricaturish, just a little bit. We're the extreme.
Yeah.
And so that's funny to see that, and to see the extremes sizing each other up, and then go, oh, hey, I like you.
And we should mention that we're getting the husband's viewpoint here.
We're
not getting the wives'
so
viewpoint.
really, we don't know anything. We'll have to talk to our wives. We're just.
Joe Gately, Terrell Wheeler, thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
And you can see Human Error at the Public Theater in Lewiston, again starting on Friday, and 207.